Hey guys and girls, my name is Snowy and welcome to part 14 of Oasis here in City Skylines 2. In the previous episode we extended this whole area over here with more residentials because our city needed it, and that has been going pretty well. I also did some off-screen work over here in this area because I saw some issues going on with people needing hearses and all that kind of stuff, and it appeared to be that there was some issues with the zoning, districting situation, and also the assignment of, for example, recycling centers, hospitals, etc. to certain areas. And most of the problems have disappeared. Of course, these big buildings will often shout for that kind of services, and that kind of goes on now and then. But that is unavoidable. You see that happen all the time. Well, with that in mind, I also said okay, we need now more high-rise area over here because we still have the demand. But I did notice that all of this actually has brought down my money overall, by building all these extra items and all these schools. I mean, it was not cheap. And if I look now at the economy, not so long ago, this red bar was roughly around here, and now it has gone up quite a lot. Especially regarding the health care and death care services, you really want that to be in order for your people. That punches a big hole there. Another thing that I noticed was in the production tab. Look at this. Holy moly, what a lot of red bars we have over here. Here it's okay, but look at this. Oil, ore, coal. No, ore is okay. Coal, it has a deficit, as you can see, a lot. Stone has a huge deficit. Look at this. And this is something we will address in the next episode. In this episode, I just want to do a little bit, just only a short episode, filling up a little bit of this area with high-rise. Now, what kind of high-rise? Now, I've been thinking, of course, I can zone it, but I don't like zoning, because zoning, it ploinks down. Then what the system wants to ploink down, and I don't want that. Now, this central area here is quite noisy. So if we look at that's the wrong button. This one, noise pollution here. As you can see, around all these schools, there's quite some noise. So I was thinking, we also have a lot of office demand, that we will create large office buildings around here. Okay, so we are going to search for those. We're going to use the find it button. We are going here into buildings and then offices, and we search something that's 6 by 6. That gives us usually nice big offices. So let's see what we can find. Let's start over here. So a lot of buildings, a lot of things to choose from. So let us determine what is actually the real center area over here. So that is sort of here, near these two colleges. Yeah, I think so. So, especially here around this junction. I mean, we do have the space here for... I think I'm going to like this. Let me see how big this is. Okay, we have them bigger, like this. Oh, I love this. Nice and juicy, big office. Oh, yeah. And I have anarchy turned on. Oh, okay, I don't like that. I have to make sure that everything is placed as much as possible without anarchy. So let me move this slightly. I think it's okay though. Yeah. Yeah. So now I'm just looking at this junction over here, and maybe we can just grab this road and also apply it to here and then turn it around. Here we do the same, turn it around. Click here, turn it around, and here, turn it around. So everybody on this junction has their own way to go. That will be like, that will be like a mess. So you are not going to the left, you are not going straight on, and here we go. Now everybody has their own turning lane from every direction, which is nice. And the last thing I want to do here is remove the crossings. Yeah. And replace that with, let's see, we have some space over here with one of these pedestrian walking bridges. And that is overlapping. Here it's not overlapping, or is it? I don't think it's a problem if I put it just here, like that. They can go to the other side. I don't think that's a problem. Yeah. Okay, let's continue with the, with the placement of the offices. And I lost the option to, let's see, buildings, offices, 6 by 6. And we're placing on this junction several sorts of offices that, that is a similar height. Now I want something that is a little bit smaller. That's a little bit too small. That's even smaller. That's actually higher. But you know what? I like it. I like it. And also, this is, by the way, the view you have from the ocean. But by the way, you see now the brightness, what happens? Sometimes that happens under certain angles. Okay, so I want to have like smaller buildings here in front, and maybe even in such a way that you can look through the whole area. Because if I place this building, for example, here, and I would look from the ocean here to this area, you don't want to have this building in front of that. No, you want to have it next to it. We need, holes to be able to look through, so that you don't get like a whole situation where you cannot look through the whole area. No, we don't want that. So let's see, much lower. Okay, let me find a lower building. Yeah, this one, and we place that one then over here. Yes, that's nice. And then maybe this one is pretty high. This one is a little bit lower, but and I place that one over there. Yeah, that's much nicer. Then here we want to actually have lower buildings, because you don't want these buildings to be out of sight. And I see these buildings and I'm thinking like, okay, I mean, not all those buildings have to be big and huge and lumpy and whatnot. I'm thinking like this is like nice, so you can put it over there. And then this one, we have some space in the back for some path. Yeah, I love that. And then let me see. Yeah, why not? And we go to the other side. And let me see, what kind of building is this? Something, yeah, that I like. Yeah, I like it. So have a look. Let's see more. These are higher again, probably from another type. How high are these? These are too high. How high is that? Oh, that's not even that high. That's fine. Yeah, we can place it there. Okay. Then this one seems much lower. A little bit too low, I think. This is better. Yeah. This is like more an office district area around all those colleges. Let me see what we can do over here. So we have like these larger buildings over here. Now to the side, it does not matter because we are looking at it from the ocean, from the far ocean there. And yeah. So let me let me find a building like that. Let's see. We are going to scroll down, and oh, that's everything that we have. Okay. Right. So we need to go. Let's see. We can also, by the way, click in signature buildings. Let's see if we have something nice over here. Let's see. What does look nice? I mean, no. Holy smoly, this thing is big. That's quite big. This is way too tall. Way too tall. This is like. Yeah, I can, let me see. This is a tall building, but on the other hand, it's also screaming to put it somewhere. Road required. How about here? Yeah, I think we can do that. And let me see, what do we have more? What is this? Round office. It's actually a smaller building, but okay, can live with that. We place it here. Yeah. And let me see, this building is smaller. This building is exactly, I think, what I need on this road here. It is larger, but it can fit here. Right, let's get out of this area now. Let's go back to the find it button. And let's put things in between here that kind of fit. Something, yeah, like this. That fits. And then this one maybe? We don't have it already? No, we don't have it. What do we do? Do we keep some space in between? Yeah, there's not much choice, huh? So let's keep the space on the left side, because if I do this, then, you know, there in between there's nothing we can do. So I put it just there. Now the other side, let's see, we have this building, which is also pretty large. And actually, yeah, that's fine to put it over there. Yeah, I think that works nice. And then here, this building also works fine over there. And let me see. These are the pretty tall buildings actually. This one can be placed here. Yeah, that's okay. And we need some buildings over here that actually go a little bit smaller. Not too small, but a little bit smaller. Let's say, for example, yeah, this on the corner. Yeah, I like that. And maybe something that is slightly taller. Oh yeah, perfect. There. Yeah. That I like. Okay, and then here we can place smaller. Oh, perfect. I like that. Just one of them is enough. Really perfect. Okay, so now grab me the parking option. Underground. He said you can park there. And we can park there. For all the people who come here, live here, work here. Do nothing over there, etc. But do pay for your, your parking ticket, because the mayor needs money to build this city, guys. Like that, and also there's another one like that. So that's more of the office side. Now I want to go to. These are also noisy buildings, so I can place, I think, around here. Also office buildings, but then we get very close to these buildings. So I think we have to put here and here, let's say in this strip, medium-sized buildings, residential. Right, so we're going to do that. We're going out of here, we're going to here. And 6 by 6 is not a bad number. So actually, let's see, what do we have over here? Yeah, this is sort of, that's too big. Yeah, this is nice. So that's small on the edge. And we can make it grow slightly further over there. And let me see. This is the Chinese low. Oh, how about this one? It's more for, I think, yeah, here. Yeah, that will do. Yeah, that will do. It's a little bit of trying to figure out what is, the best for certain situations. This is a nice building for, let's say, here, residential. I know already that this will create like gobs of traffic, but okay, so be it. Then this building, oh yeah, that will definitely work out there. I like the fact that these things are like sort of medium sized, because that fits nicely into the the area to go from small to basically big. This one fits nicely over here, and then we have a little gap left over here for Let's see. Scroll, 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 scroll. How about this one? No, not yet. Oh yeah, I like this. Yeah, I like that. So, what will we place here? I think maybe this building should move to that area and then place a smaller building in front. So we move this, turn it around like that. And this is not a type of building you can pick up and just move it by the regular tool, because I'm picking it and plopping it. These are basically plopping the growables. So let me go into this area again. Oh, not the bushes, the building, thank you. And we need something that is in height between this building and that building. That's not that one, which would be 6 times 6. Well, I think this one hits the spot actually perfectly well. Nice. So let's put a little path in between here, from, let's say, there to there. And we are growing. Now I know that plopping buildings takes more time than just zone the whole thing, but yeah, well, that's a choice, huh? It's a choice. Now here we are on this stretch. First of all, I want to have like a 4x4 building that I can place basically on this edge, and it has to be a little bit lower. If you look at from this side, those are very low. I like this one, yeah. And this one, no. Sometimes these buildings do look very much alike. This one can be placed over there. Nice. And then I need something that is higher over here. So let's see, that can also be a 5x5. So I change this to 5x5. And let's see what we're going to pick. I think this is too tall, but it's residential, right? So I think this is more fitting. Yeah, definitely more fitting. Straight behind that one. I have the anarchy still on. Okay, I don't like that. And then a somewhat taller building over here. Yeah, nice. That keeps a hole here in between available for a path. Paths are important. Like you go to there, so people can walk around. And what can we place here? Now let me have a look here. This is still very close to this high school, so let me check out the noise level here. Yeah, it is still a noisy place, you know, that yellow stuff. So this definitely has to be an office. An office. Maybe we can just zone this in using EU medium density, high density offices. Use the filler button, and can I do this? No. Why not? There's nothing there. How about here? Oh, all the office demand is gone. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. Okay. Fair enough. So let's see. We have all the commercial over there. That's okay. And okay, fine. Okay, we use the find it, and then I place something myself there, and eventually that will fill up. So that might be first a 4x4 to fill up that little hole over there. Office. And we need something not too tall, and maybe not directly touching the school. I mean, this looks a little bit weird. And then, yeah, like that. And then here we can plonk down a 5x5. Yeah, kind of like that. And here only a 4x4, which is then smaller, near the roundabout. That should be a relative small building. Let me see, that building there is pretty tall, but overlapping items. It's just grazing the roundabout on that point. You see that there? Just grazing. Now, if that should not give enough opportunity to put it here, yeah, now it fits. Thank you. That took like an eon or two, and then in between here we can put like a path from there to there alongside this school. We're getting somewhere here at this point. Yeah. Now let's see what we can place here. Also, well, we don't have any office demand anymore, so that is we need to focus a little bit more now on the residential demand. And let's see, we have some bigger buildings here, we have a bigger building here, so this sort of leans towards like having bigger buildings. So let me pick a is that also an office? Okay, that's sheer coincidence. Okay, so these are the mixed, and what I want here is like starting with 5 times 5 and just looking around what I think would fit. So that building sits over there, this building will nicely fit over there, nice. And this is smaller, this one will fit over here nicely, I like it. These are those French buildings which I'm not such a fan of. Then let's see, by the looks of this, this is the school, so these buildings are a little bit taller than this, but smaller than that, so I think that's okay. We put that then there, and then this one over there, and then this one just over there. And let me have a look. What do we have more? This one is, I think, no. Just searching for proper buildings. I think this one would do. Yep. Let's see. We can point down a large one over here. So what do we have more? Too small. Oh, but by the way, in the let me see, in these buildings, these buildings called the signature buildings in the residential part. What can we actually use over here? What is this? It's a little bit too small. Colossal tower. Interesting. I think, yeah, there. I think that's not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. And more? Do we have more? Condos. Very small. Bell Creek. Holy moly, what kind of building is this? Huge and humongous. Okay, let's go to the second page. Probably we have something of interest left over here. How big is this? Way too small. Yeah, I can live with that one. This is, whoa, this is a whole city center by itself. Okay, that's a little bit too much. Overkill, let's not do that. Okay, let's go back to the find it button. Where were we? We need something larger, 6 by 6. Let's have a look here. So the demand for these high-rises are now completely gone, meaning basically, yeah, I'm plopping buildings, but there's no demand anymore. It will come back. I mean, I don't fear that, but it's like, yeah, that's nice. This thing must have, like, you know, city vibes. You know, you need just the. You just need the buildings for it. That's just the whole thing. Also try to think about city layout and whatnot. That would fit more over here, I think, yeah, in relation to those buildings. And then something higher. This is a quite colossal building, but I'm okay with it. That's the same. This is nice, big. That's okay. This area in general is okay to have like bigger buildings. Let's see, another one over here. I think this small one I would just place like in the middle, so you can, you know, it's not they're not covering each other. Remember that about not covering. And so we have some space here for parking. So we go into that parking option, this thing, and we can place 2 of them over here, because all these flats, you know, they need a spot to park their cars. And yeah, that is something you definitely should not forget. If people don't have any place for their cars to park, especially in those heavily urbanized areas, then what you will get is like people who keep driving around until they find a spot. Now I know that in this game is that traffic will despawn if it gets too busy, but that's the last thing you want actually. You go there, okay. Now we can now lower down from this area to that area regarding these buildings. So let's just see how we do that. We go from, let's see, this one. It's already a little bit lower. Not that much lower, by the way. Let's see. That is not lower. Just trying to carefully balance this out. Let's go a little bit further. Let's go to the 4x4 buildings. Yeah, that's already somewhat lower. That's too low. On this side I need something. That's the same height. Yeah, that's better. I put it there. Yeah, look at all the traffic coming in, you know, for these residential areas. It's like super duper crazy. This is also fine. Now we go to the other side. And we are searching for buildings that are generally lower than the previous one. Here it stops. Mixed old town. These sadly enough have no pictures. That's a, you know, that's a pity. I like to have these buildings to have pictures. UK flats. It's a little bit too tall. That's a little bit too small. Just too big. Oh, come on. Can I find something that really is smaller than that one? There must be something over here. Ah, gotcha. A UK flat. Yeah. This one, that one. Anything smaller than that? Or maybe the one that I have in the back there. Yeah, that's then more Chinese. You know, I have everything just through each other. You know, oh yeah, I like this. Perfect. So here and there. And you know, we can also place that one over here. And even, let's see, we could technically place what kind of building? There's a tree. Do we have something like a 3x5 maybe? Yeah, we have, but it is somewhat higher. But is that a disaster? I mean, close to this park? Let me have a look. What kind of... yeah, why not? Is it that bad? No, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. No. No, no, no. What kind of buildings are these? These are... Let me just pick a picture it and I see it. Those are the United States Southwest low residentials. I can place another one there. And we grab this one there. Yes, I'm okay with that. I like that one. It's also okay. And this one is kind of big, but... So, let's think about this. 4x4 and then USSW, 4 times 4. And that will give just... Should be something slightly taller than those, but... Do we have those? Let me see. I think, yeah, those are these. These are slightly taller. One. Let me see. That one is smaller. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have any more of these. That's a pity. So, like that, and we have to do with what we have over here. Because this is even smaller than that one over there. Let me pick at this building. So that's medium. And is this one bigger? No, it's not bigger. This one? No. I try to also judge by seeing what we got over here. 4 times 4. And see what I can squeeze in there. This one maybe? Yeah, that sort of works. And then we have a little spot left there. For maybe, I don't know, do we have also 4x3? We do. Too big. Nah, it's technically... I think it will do. I mean, look, the amount of space here. We will move this stuff a little bit to the right, like that. And you will be going there, like that. So we can create a path here. So we go dive into here. We take this path over there and just connect it up to there. So people can just basically walk now from that street to that street. And it would be nice if they also could walk in between here. Now I know there's not much space here, but I have anarchy turned off. And okay, it does not allow, but let me have a look at these buildings, you know. It's like, look, that's just a concrete area, so I think we can just anarchy without any issues of path in between there. There's no real reason why that not would be possible, so we can drag this to the middle section, like so. And we do a little bit like that, so. And from here to there, like that. Perfect. Let's see, can we also go that way? This park has no real entrance, I noticed already. But I will make a path that runs from here. Or does it? I mean, it is touching here. We can always try. Okay, we also make a connection from here to there. That is touching the park, I see. So we go around here. And do we make a crossing here? Because why not? Yep, crossing. But without the traffic lights. Perfectly fine, I think. Not bad. Now we put a few trees here and there. Some larger trees. Yeah, there. Middle to just get a little bit of greenery also around this little park here, because it looks a little bit barren, you know, this whole place. And all these streets also don't have bicycle paths yet. It's also something that still needs to be done. I said it in one of the previous episodes. Oh, I do it off back off camera, and of course I did many of them, but not all. Like so. Also here and here and here. And this spot over here, I don't know, but I think maybe some little parks, something to relax in, that is like, yeah, something like this size, or 4x4, that's even better. Like one there and one there, you know, and what to put here in the middle. And I'm thinking also about putting a path here in the middle. Yeah, that can then function as a, you know, place for relaxation or something like that. So let's grab our paths here. Let's grab the one with the bicycling lane, this one, and just make it go through here. Just go to the other side basically. That's it. Then we can use a fence. I want to have like a fence like that. Tick and tick. You easily get to the industrial fence with, because that one can be used then for that option. So let me see what we can do from here. Okay, so from here to there. Oh, those are shadows of the lights. Okay, to there. Now that is sort of a backyard of that building. So also here. Let me have a look. Yeah, that building has nothing to do with it. So I mean, with this bicycling path, all of this stuff. And then like that, and then like that, that, and that, and from here, make sure that these people, you know, from these buildings have a little bit of privacy, so that I can give them through this fence. But like I said, it's a pity that the other fences who are more residential in nature are not, you know, that you not can put them down like this. That's a pity. Yeah, so inside of those areas we can, you know, plonk down some trees, which we will do now. Like, that's a little bit too big. It's a little bit small on the small side. And then here, this should actually be just like, you know, a little bit of parkify kind of thingy. Just a tree there, tree there. Keep it all nice and, you know, nature-like. Here, here, here. Here, here, here. Here, here, here. Oh, that went straight into the building. Here, 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 here. Let's select also a few other bushes that we can put around these trees, like that. There, there, and there. There, there, there. Let me move that one tree out of there. You go there, nice. And I think the game has now to fill up all those houses. We have created now a lot of extra people over here, meaning that probably here in the industry area, a lot of, oh, let me go back to the city economy, production, that we really need to have now more industries, especially the stones. We will look at all of these in the next episode, and yeah, I hope that you like that. I hope that you like this area so far. I mean, it looks nice, you know, with this in the distance from the shore. I think I like it, you know. Small, medium, medium high, high. That's like the idea of this whole thing. And of course, I need to find the beach asset pack. So far on the Paradox mod, there is none. There is one, but it's broken. I cannot use it, so we'll have to wait for that. But anyway, guys and girls, thank you for watching this episode number 14. If you like it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you will be notified until the next episode comes out. Okay, guys, see you. Bye bye.